Imagine your life exactly 90 days from now. Picture the person you could become, the habits you could build, the confidence you could gain, the goals you could finally crush. What would it feel like to wake up every morning knowing you're fully committed not just for a day or a week, but for a full 90 days? To transforming your life in ways you never thought possible. This isn't just wishful thinking or empty motivation. It's a challenge, a promise, and an invitation all at once. You see, 90 days is not some arbitrary number. It's a powerful window, long enough to build momentum and see real change, yet short enough to stay laser-focused and refuse distraction. Commit fully for this period, and you can rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. You can silence the doubts, the fears, and the excuses that have kept you stuck. Because here's the truth. Transformation doesn't come from vague resolutions or half-hearted attempts. It comes from unwavering commitment, day after day, no matter how tough, no matter how uncertain. You might be thinking, I've tried before, I've started and stopped, why will this time be different? That question is exactly why you're here. It's time to stop drifting and start steering your life with deliberate intention. For the next 90 days, you're going to cultivate habits that will become the foundation of your success. You're going to learn to master your mindset so it serves you instead of sabotages you. You'll discover strategies to push past resistance and keep going when motivation fades. This is about more than just reaching goals. It's about reclaiming your power, your confidence, and your purpose. This journey demands honesty with yourself, courage to face uncomfortable truths, and the discipline to show up even when it's hard. But it also promises growth so profound you'll look back and barely recognize the person you were before. So, if you're ready to stop making excuses, to stop waiting for the right time, and to start building the life you deserve, then your 90 days start right now. No distractions, no second guessing, just pure commitment. Chapter 1. The real meaning of commitment. Commitment is a word that gets thrown around a lot. We say we're committed to our dreams, to our goals, to changing our lives. But how many times have you really understood what commitment demands? Not just the surface-level idea, but the deep, relentless force that commitment truly is. The kind of commitment that changes everything isn't about hoping or wishing. It isn't about fleeting motivation or vague intentions. It's about showing up for yourself with an unshakable resolve, no matter what comes your way. Let me ask you, when you say you're committed, do you mean it even when you're tired, distracted, or doubting yourself? Do you mean it when the initial excitement fades and the challenges pile up? Because here's the truth. Commitment is not an emotion. It's a decision. It's a series of choices every single day to prioritize what matters most to you. It's the grit behind the grind, the fuel when motivation is empty, and the backbone of every lasting transformation. Think about a moment in your life when you really committed to something. Maybe it was a project, a relationship, or a personal goal. What made that commitment real? What made you stick when everything else was screaming for you to quit? Chances are it was more than just passion or enthusiasm. It was a deeper connection, a sense of responsibility to yourself and your future. It was clarity about why it mattered so much that you refused to let anything get in your way. This kind of commitment demands brutal honesty. You have to confront where you're holding back. What excuses are you hiding behind? What fears are paralyzing you from stepping fully into your potential? Maybe it's the fear of failure or the fear of what others will think. Maybe it's the comfort of old habits that no longer serve you but feel safe. Whatever it is, it's time to name it and face it head on. Because the moment you stop avoiding your own truth is the moment commitment becomes unstoppable. Now, commitment also means understanding the cost. Change is never free. When you decide to commit for 90 days, you're agreeing to say no to distractions, to comfort zones, and sometimes to people who don't support your vision. This isn't about isolation or deprivation. It's about focused energy and respect for your own time and goals. It's about building a protective space where your growth can thrive without constant sabotage. You might worry, what if I fail? What if I can't keep up? Let me be clear, failure is part of commitment, not the opposite of it. Failure is the proof that you're trying, that you're pushing boundaries. Real commitment isn't about never falling down. It's about getting back up, faster and stronger each time. When you accept failure as feedback, not defeat, you take away its power to stop you. Here's what commitment looks like in action. It's waking up early even when your bed feels like the only friend you have. It's choosing healthy food when junk calls louder. It's practicing your craft even when you're tired or uninspired. It's saying no to distractions that don't align with your purpose, even if they seem tempting. It's following through on promises to yourself, no matter how small, because those small promises build unbreakable trust inside you. One story I want you to hold on to is about a woman named Maya. Maya had always dreamed of running her own business, but kept delaying because life was busy and the fear of failing was overwhelming. One day she decided to commit. Not just say she would, but commit. For 90 days she dedicated herself to taking one focused step every day. Some days she worked 12 hours, others just 15 minutes. Some days she felt like quitting, but the commitment kept her going. By the end of 90 days, Maya didn't just have a business plan, she had a functioning business and, more importantly, the belief that she could create her future. Commitment is your bridge from where you are now to where you want to be. It's the invisible force pulling you forward when everything else tries to hold you back. But here's the catch. Commitment can't be half-hearted. It doesn't work in fits and starts. It's all in or all out. No exceptions, no excuses. So what does this mean for you today? It means you have to decide right now, how committed are you willing to be? Not tomorrow, not next week, but starting this moment. Because your 90-day transformation depends on the intensity of your commitment. You need to be willing to put in the effort, to embrace discomfort, and to refuse to quit even when it gets hard. Every habit you want to build, every skill you want to master, every goal you want to achieve is waiting on that commitment. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, only the consistent, daily decision to keep going. When you commit fully, the universe responds. Doors open, energy shifts, your mindset evolves. You become someone who doesn't just dream, but does. Chapter 2. Breaking down your why. You're about to embark on a journey that will demand everything from you. Not just your time or energy, but your heart. Because real change isn't about what you do, it's about why you do it. That why is the engine driving your commitment, the flame that keeps you burning when everything else tries to snuff you out. Without a clear, powerful why, the road ahead becomes treacherous, easy to get lost, easy to get up, easy to settle for less. So, what is your why? This isn't a question you can answer with a quick sentence or some vague idea. Your why has to reach deep, beyond surface goals or fleeting desires. It's the reason that shakes you awake in the middle of the night, the truth you refuse to ignore no matter how much you try to distract yourself. Your why is personal, unique to you, and it has to feel urgent and meaningful enough to pull you through every challenge, every setback. Take a moment now. Imagine your life completely transformed 90 days from now. What does that look like? How does it feel? What does it mean for your relationships, your self-worth, your future? Now ask yourself, why do you want that? What will this change give you that you don't have right now? Freedom, confidence, peace, security, purpose? Your why must be so vivid and real that giving up becomes unthinkable. It's the reason you get up before dawn when the world is still asleep. It's the voice that pushes you through fatigue, through doubt, through fear. If your why is weak or unclear, your commitment will falter the moment life demands more from you. There's a story about a man named Marcus. Marcus was stuck in a job he hated, feeling drained and invisible. One day he realized his why wasn't about money or status. It was about being the kind of father his kids could be proud of. That why lit a fire inside him. It transformed his 90-day commitment from a chore into a mission. He studied late into the night, built new skills, and started a side hustle. The challenges didn't disappear, but Marcus had a reason stronger than any obstacle. That why pulled him through. You may not be a father or even have the same goals as Marcus, but your why has the same power if you connect with it deeply. It's the emotional anchor for your 90-day commitment. When that anchor is strong, storms won't shake you. The next step is clarity. Write down your why. Be brutally honest. Dig past the obvious answers. If you say, "I want to lose weight," ask yourself, why? To feel better. Why? To have more energy. Why? Keep digging until you hit the core truth that makes you want to leap out of bed and do the work. This process might take time, but it's worth every minute. Once you have your why, keep it visible. Write it on your mirror, set it as your phone wallpaper, say it out loud every morning, make it impossible to forget. This daily reminder rewires your mind to stay aligned with your commitment. It fuels your actions with purpose. But here's the secret that many miss: your why is not static. It will evolve as you grow. You may discover deeper reasons, new motivations, or different dreams. This is natural. Commitment isn't a rigid chain. It's a living force that adapts and strengthens over time. Be open to revisiting and refining your why as you progress. Now, commitment, fueled by a strong why, still requires a clear plan. Why alone won't build your new life. It's the foundation, but you need structure to support the building. You must translate your why into daily actions that feel manageable, realistic, and motivating. Picture your why as the sun, the source of energy and light. Your plan is the path illuminated by that sun. Without a path, even the brightest sun can leave you wandering. Your 90-day success depends on mapping out what you will do, step by step. Start by breaking your goal into small, actionable chunks. If your goal is big, like starting a business, changing your health, or mastering a skill, it can feel overwhelming. The key is to divide it into daily tasks that don't scare you but push you forward. Progress, no matter how small, builds momentum and confidence. Say you want to improve your fitness. Your why might be to live longer and play with your kids without getting tired. Your daily tasks could be as simple as walking for 20 minutes, prepping healthy meals, or doing 5 minutes of stretching. These tiny wins accumulate into unstoppable progress. Consistency is the heart of your 90-day journey. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be persistent. The goal isn't to make every day flawless, but to show up. Even when it's hard, those days will come. When they do, lean into your why and trust the process. Now, imagine each day as a brick. Every brick laid strengthens the foundation of the life you want. Skipping a day leaves a gap. Doing it half-heartedly weakens the structure. Your commitment is in how you build, brick by brick, with care and intention. There's another truth. Your why can also be your shield against external negativity. When people doubt you, discourage you, or try to pull you back into old habits, your why keeps you grounded. It becomes a boundary you won't let anyone cross. Protect it fiercely. Think about the people who surrounded you when you decided to pursue this change. Are they supportive, or do they drain your energy, feed your doubts, or dismiss your goals? Commitment means sometimes stepping away from those who don't honor your vision. Your why deserves respect, not debate. This is where courage becomes essential. Commitment asks you to stand alone if necessary, to hold your ground, and to prioritize your future over temporary comfort. That's hard, but it's what separates those who dream from those who do. Now, commitment is also about mindset mastery. Your why is emotional, but your mind is the control center for your actions. To sustain your 90-day commitment, you must train your mind to focus, adapt, and overcome resistance. Resistance will come. It's natural. Your brain craves comfort and routine. It will try to pull you back into old patterns because they feel safe, even if they're harmful. Recognizing resistance as a sign of growth, not failure, is crucial. Every time you feel resistance, remind yourself of your why. Feel it in your chest. Let it fuel your determination. Replace "I can't" with "I must." Shift from passive hope to active responsibility. Your mind is your ally, but you have to lead it. One powerful technique is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself living the life you want. See yourself strong, confident, successful. Feel the emotions of achievement, the pride, the joy, the relief. Visualization rewires your brain to believe change is possible, making your actions easier and more aligned. Another tool is journaling. Writing your thoughts, struggles, and wins each day connects you with your journey. It reveals patterns, highlights growth, and keeps your why alive. Make journaling part of your daily ritual. You will also need accountability. Commitment thrives in community. Share your why and your goals with someone who believes in you, whether a friend, mentor, or coach. Accountability partners remind you of your promises, celebrate your progress, and push you when you slack. Isolation breeds doubt. Connection breeds strength. Don't underestimate the power of support on this path. Chapter 3. Building Unbreakable Habits. Change doesn't come from grand gestures or sudden bursts of inspiration. It comes from the small, consistent actions you take every single day. The habits you build are the architects of your future. They're not just routines, they're the foundation upon which your entire transformation is built. Without them, even the strongest commitment is fragile. But with them, you become unstoppable. Habits are the silent forces shaping your life. They work quietly in the background, deciding whether you succeed or stay stuck. What you do repeatedly determines the trajectory of your future, yet most people underestimate the power of habits. They focus on motivation, willpower, or big moves, forgetting that true progress is found in the tiny choices made over time. So what makes a habit unbreakable? The answer isn't willpower alone. Willpower is a limited resource. It fades when you're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed. Real habits are built on design and identity, not just discipline. You must shape your environment, your mindset, and your daily actions to support the person you want to become. Start by focusing on identity-based habits. Instead of saying, "I want to run," say, "I am a runner." Instead of, "I want to eat healthier," say, "I am someone who nourishes my body." This subtle shift rewires your brain. When your habits align with your identity, they become part of who you are, not just things you do. This is crucial for your 90-day commitment. Every day, your choices should reinforce the identity you're creating. With each habit practiced, you're telling yourself and the world, "This is who I am now." It's an empowering loop. Your identity shapes your habits, and your habits strengthen your identity. But how do you build these habits when life gets messy, when distractions come or motivation fades? The secret lies in starting small and designing your environment to make good habits easy and bad habits hard. Small steps create momentum. For example, if your goal is to meditate daily, start with just 1 minute each morning. That's it. 1 minute is manageable, non-threatening, and builds a foundation. This small step is more powerful than you realize. It activates your brain's reward system, creating positive associations. After a few days, 1 minute becomes 2, then 5, and before you know it, meditation is part of your daily rhythm. Your environment is another powerful lever. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to write every day, keep your journal or laptop visible and ready. When you remove friction and make the right actions easy, your habits stick more naturally. Here's a story about a man named Leo. Leo wanted to read more books, but he never found the time. So he made a simple change. He placed a book on his pillow every morning. At night, seeing the book reminded him to read just 1 page before bed. Over time, reading became a natural part of his routine, and within 90 days, he'd finished several books. This principle applies to all habits. Make your goals visible, break them into small parts, and create triggers that remind you to act. The more you design your life around these tiny habits, the less you rely on willpower, and the easier your 90-day journey becomes. Another important habit builder is consistency, not perfection. Don't wait for the perfect day, mood, or time. Show up when you can, even if it's imperfect. Missing 1 day doesn't mean failure, it means you're human. What matters is the next day and the day after that. Persistence compounds into progress. To keep consistency alive, track your habits. Use a journal, app, or calendar to mark every day you succeed. This visual proof builds momentum and pride. Seeing a chain of completed days creates a psychological drive to keep going. No one wants to break the chain. There will be obstacles. Life will throw distractions, doubts, and setbacks, but unbreakable habits act like anchors in the storm. They keep you grounded and moving forward. When your identity is tied to these habits, skipping them feels like breaking a promise to yourself, and that's powerful motivation. But be wary of burnout. Habits should empower, not exhaust. If you're forcing yourself through painful routines, reevaluate. Adjust the habit to fit your life, energy, and mood. Flexibility doesn't mean weakness, it means sustainability. Also, remember that habits influence more than just your actions. They shape your mindset. Each time you choose growth over comfort, you reinforce a mindset of resilience, focus, and purpose. Your brain learns that you're someone who overcomes resistance, who keeps promises, who pushes boundaries. This mindset shift is crucial because it affects how you face challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you see them as opportunities to strengthen your habits and identity. This perspective turns struggle into growth, pain into power. Let's talk about a practical tool, habit stacking. This means linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, after brushing your teeth, you might immediately do 5 minutes of stretching. By piggybacking on a well-established routine, the new habit becomes easier to remember and adopt. You can create chains of habits that support your 90-day commitment, turning daily routines into powerful rituals. These rituals become sacred, non-negotiable parts of your life. They build momentum that carries you through tough days and amplifies your progress. Another factor in habit success is celebrating wins. No achievement is too small to recognize. Did you meditate for a minute today? Celebrate. Did you choose water over soda? Celebrate. These moments of acknowledgement release dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, strengthening your motivation. Celebration doesn't have to be extravagant. A simple smile, a deep breath, or a verbal "well done" can make a huge difference. Positive reinforcement rewires your brain for success. Now, it's essential to address setbacks honestly. They will happen. You might miss a day, get distracted, or fall into old patterns. When this happens, don't spiral into self-criticism or despair. Instead, analyze what caused the slip, adjust your strategy, and recommit immediately. Avoid the all-or-nothing trap. Missing a day doesn't erase the work you've done. Every moment is an opportunity to start fresh. Your habits and your commitment are strongest when you treat every day as a new chance. To deepen your habit building, cultivate patience. Change takes time. 90 days might seem long or short, but in reality it's just the beginning. Habits continue to evolve and strengthen beyond this window. Think of your 90-day journey as planting seeds in a garden. You water them daily, give them sunlight, and protect them from weeds. Growth is gradual but unstoppable. Finally, integrate reflection into your routine. Spend time each week reviewing your progress, challenges, and lessons. Reflect on how your habits are reshaping your life and identity. This reflection fuels awareness and intentional growth. Here's the truth: building unbreakable habits is not magic. It's science, strategy, and daily action. When you commit to this process, you unlock the door to lasting transformation. You move from wishing and hoping to doing and becoming. Your habits are the architects of your freedom. The freedom to live life on your terms, to be confident in your choices, and to pursue your dreams with relentless energy. They make commitment tangible, turning abstract goals into lived reality. Chapter 4. Mastering Your Mindset. You've heard it said 1,000 times, success starts in the mind. But what does that really mean? It means the most important battle you will ever face in your 90-day transformation isn't external, it's internal. Your mind is the battlefield where your greatest victories and defeats take place. How you train, command, and master your mind will determine whether your commitment becomes your breakthrough or your breakdown. Your mind is both your greatest ally and your fiercest enemy. It has the power to propel you forward with unstoppable energy or hold you back with crippling doubt. It's where thoughts turn into beliefs and beliefs turn into actions or inactions. Mastering your mindset means learning to control this internal dialogue, shaping it to serve your goals instead of sabotage them. At the core of mindset mastery is awareness. You must become a vigilant observer of your thoughts and emotions. When negative voices arise, "I'm not good enough," "This is too hard," "I'll never succeed," you have to catch them before they control you. Awareness is the first step toward choice. When you notice these thoughts, you can choose whether to accept them or challenge them. Challenging negative thoughts is not about forcing blind positivity. It's about truth. Question the validity of these limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have? What would I say to a friend who thought this? By interrogating your doubts, you weaken their power and create space for new, empowering beliefs. Beliefs shape your reality. If you believe you're capable, your brain works to find ways to succeed. If you believe failure is inevitable, you unconsciously build barriers to protect yourself from disappointment. Your mindset is the architect of your experience. There's a story about a woman named Sarah who dreamed of becoming a writer, but carried a deep fear of rejection. Her mind told her, "You're not good enough. Nobody will read your work." Every time she tried to write, these thoughts paralyzed her. But one day she decided to question those beliefs. She reminded herself that every successful author faced rejection, and that growth comes through persistence. She reframed her mindset from fear to resilience. That shift unlocked her creativity and commitment, and within 90 days, Sarah finished her first draft. Your mindset shift doesn't have to be dramatic or overnight. It's a process, a daily practice of rewiring your internal scripts. The more you practice this, the stronger and more automatic your empowering beliefs become. One powerful tool for mindset mastery is affirmations. Positive, present tense statements that reflect your goals and values. When repeated consistently, affirmations reshape neural pathways in your brain, embedding new beliefs. For example, saying, "I am disciplined and committed" daily rewires your brain to act in alignment with those words. But affirmations alone are not enough. They must be combined with action and emotional connection. The brain learns best when feelings accompany words. So when you say your affirmations, feel their truth. Visualize yourself living them. Feel the confidence, the pride, the energy that comes from embodying these beliefs. Visualization is another cornerstone of mindset mastery. Close your eyes and vividly imagine your future self, the person you're becoming after 90 days. See the details, how you carry yourself, how others respond to you, the environments you're in. Feel the emotions of success and fulfillment. Your brain can't tell the difference between vivid imagination and reality, so visualization primes you for success. Mindset mastery also means embracing discomfort. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. Your brain naturally seeks ease and avoids pain, but change requires you to step into the unknown, face fears, and endure challenges. When discomfort arises, instead of resisting, welcome it as a sign you're stretching beyond your limits. The way you talk to yourself in these moments matters deeply. Replace "this is too hard" with "this is my opportunity to grow." Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm learning and getting stronger." Your inner dialogue sets the tone for how you respond. Self-compassion is a vital part of mindset mastery. When you stumble or fail, don't tear yourself down. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. Acknowledge the difficulty, forgive the mistake, and encourage yourself to keep moving forward. Self-compassion builds resilience, reduces stress, and sustains motivation. Another critical aspect is managing your mental environment. What you consume, information, conversations, media, affects your mindset. Surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and constructive feedback. Limit exposure to negativity, criticism, and distractions that drain your energy. Accountability partners, mentors, or supportive communities can amplify mindset mastery. They hold mirrors up to your progress, challenge your limiting beliefs, and celebrate your wins. Human connection fuels belief and commitment. Mindset mastery also requires patience and persistence. Your brain is wired for habitual thinking. Rewiring takes time. You will face setbacks, days when your mind falls back into old patterns. These moments are tests, not failures. Each time you choose to reframe, refocus, and recommit, you strengthen your mental muscles. Consider the concept of growth mindset versus fixed mindset. A fixed mindset believes abilities and intelligence are static, leading to avoidance of challenges and fear of failure. A growth mindset believes abilities can be developed through effort and learning. Cultivating a growth mindset is essential to your 90-day transformation because it turns obstacles into opportunities. You can train your mind to adopt a growth mindset by embracing challenges, learning from criticism, persisting in the face of setbacks, and celebrating effort over innate talent. This shift rewires your brain for continuous improvement and resilience. Mindset mastery is also about focus, directing your mental energy toward what matters most. In a world full of distractions, maintaining focus is a superpower. Practice mindfulness and meditation to strengthen your attention. Create rituals that signal your brain to enter a focused state. Set clear intentions daily to keep your mind aligned with your goals. When your focus is sharp, you make better decisions, resist temptations, and act with purpose. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings drive your actions. Master this chain, and you master your life. Finally, embrace gratitude as a mindset practice. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It opens your heart to joy, reduces stress, and fuels motivation. Each day, identify things you're grateful for, big or small. This simple act rewires your brain toward positivity and success. The journey to mindset mastery is the most profound internal transformation you will experience. It's the difference between drifting through your 90 days and steering with clarity and power. It's the source of inner peace amid chaos and the foundation for unstoppable commitment. Chapter 5. Embracing discipline. Discipline is often misunderstood. It's not about punishment, deprivation, or rigid control. It's the quiet, steady force that transforms your dreams into reality. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the daily commitment to show up, to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Each strike is deliberate, focused, and sometimes exhausting, but with every strike, the sculpture emerges. Discipline is that relentless chiseling of your habits, actions, and choices. Without it, your goals remain vague ideas. With it, they become tangible achievements. One of the biggest lies you've been told is that discipline is about motivation or willpower alone. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like waves. Willpower is limited. It drains with every tough decision. Discipline, however, is something you build, nurture, and strengthen. It becomes part of who you are. How do you build discipline? The answer lies in consistency and commitment, but also in strategy and mindset. First, recognize that discipline isn't about grand gestures. It's about the small, sometimes boring actions repeated day after day. Those actions, when consistent, compound into massive change. Picture a musician practicing scales every day. It may seem tedious, but over time those scales build muscle memory, skill, and artistry. Your 90-day transformation requires the same kind of patient, focused practice. Discipline also means managing your environment to reduce temptation and distractions. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to work out, keep your gym clothes ready. Remove friction from the right actions and add friction to the wrong ones. Your environment can either support or sabotage your discipline. Another key to discipline is clarity. When your goals and priorities are crystal clear, decision-making becomes easier. You don't waste energy debating choices. Your discipline naturally follows the path you've defined. Vague goals lead to wavering discipline. Clear, specific goals fuel relentless action. Self-accountability is vital. Hold yourself responsible for your actions without excuses. Create systems to track your progress, set deadlines, and celebrate milestones. Accountability partners, mentors, or communities can amplify your discipline by offering support and challenge. But discipline also requires compassion. When you slip up, and you will, don't fall into self-judgment or despair. Instead, acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and recommit. Discipline isn't perfection, it's persistence. It's the courage to keep going despite setbacks. One story stands out. James, a young entrepreneur who dreamed of launching his own business. He faced countless obstacles, late nights, financial strain, self-doubt, but his discipline kept him grounded. Every day he committed to at least one productive action, no matter how small. Over 90 days, those actions built momentum, turning his dream into a thriving reality. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Set achievable daily tasks that push you just beyond your comfort zone. Celebrate completing them. Gradually increase the challenge. This progressive overload builds resilience and habit strength. Visualization and mental rehearsal also enhance discipline. Imagine yourself overcoming resistance, choosing discipline over distraction, feeling proud after completing your tasks. These mental exercises prepare your brain for real-life success. You might face resistance from within and without, old habits, cravings, distractions, or even people who don't support your change. Discipline means standing firm despite these forces. It means protecting your commitment like a sacred trust with yourself. Remember, discipline isn't about harshness. It's about respect. Respect for your goals, your time, and your future self. It's the kindness that shows up every day, even when excitement fades, because you know what's at stake. Discipline also teaches you patience. Progress is often slow and invisible day to day, but each disciplined choice adds up, creating breakthroughs that feel like miracles. Trust the process. Trust that your efforts are building a foundation you can't yet see. To deepen your discipline, establish routines and rituals that signal your brain to enter work mode. Morning routines, focused work blocks, or pre-sleep wind downs create structure and predictability, reducing decision fatigue. Avoid decision overload by planning your days and prioritizing high-impact tasks. When your actions align with your priorities, discipline flows naturally. When you scatter your energy, discipline feels like a struggle. Also, use rewards wisely. Positive reinforcement strengthens discipline. Set up small rewards for completing tasks, breaks, treats, moments of joy. These create a feedback loop that makes discipline more appealing. But beware of relying solely on rewards. True discipline comes from intrinsic motivation, doing something because it aligns with your values and identity, not just for external rewards. When you master discipline, you break free from the tyranny of mood and circumstance. You no longer wait for motivation or the right time. You act because you've chosen a path and honor that choice relentlessly. Discipline turns commitment into habit, effort into excellence, and dreams into your daily reality. It is the quiet power behind every success story, the invisible thread weaving together persistence, focus, and growth. Chapter 6. The Power of Focus. In a world that constantly pulls at your attention, from notifications and noise to endless choices and distractions, focus is your greatest weapon. Focus is the laser beam that cuts through chaos and directs your energy where it matters most. Without it, your 90-day commitment becomes scattered, shallow, and exhausting. With it, you unlock the ability to achieve more in less time, with greater clarity and satisfaction. Focus isn't just about concentration, it's about intentionality. It's choosing over and over where to place your mental and physical resources. It means saying no to countless distractions, temptations, and competing demands, so you can say yes to the few things that will move you forward. Think about this. Your brain has a limited supply of attention. Every distraction steals precious moments and fragments your effort. When your focus is weak, progress slows. When your focus is strong, you enter what psychologists call flow, a state of deep immersion where time dissolves and productivity skyrockets. But focus isn't natural for most people. It must be trained, cultivated, and protected like a precious asset. Your 90-day transformation depends on mastering your focus so you can channel your willpower and discipline into meaningful action. Begin by clarifying your priorities. When you know exactly what matters most, it becomes easier to direct your focus. Avoid trying to do everything at once. Instead, choose the vital few tasks that will create the biggest impact toward your goals. This principle is known as the Pareto principle, or the 80/20 rule, which teaches that 20% of your efforts produce 80% of your results. Identify and prioritize that critical 20%. When you focus on what truly counts, your energy magnifies and your progress accelerates. Creating a distraction-free environment is essential. Turn off notifications on your devices, close unnecessary tabs, and designate a specific workspace for your most important activities. These simple acts reduce cognitive clutter and help your brain enter a focused state more easily. Consider using time-blocking techniques, setting aside specific periods dedicated to one task or goal. During these blocks, commit to single tasking. Multitasking is a myth. It splits your attention and reduces efficiency. Deep, uninterrupted focus allows your brain to perform at its best. Another powerful tool is mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness practice trains your brain to notice when it wanders and gently bring attention back to the present. Over time, this strengthens your ability to concentrate and resist distraction. Your focus is also influenced by your physical state. Sleep, nutrition, hydration, and exercise all affect your cognitive performance. Neglecting these areas weakens your mental clarity and stamina. Prioritize self-care to fuel your brain's ability to focus deeply. One story illustrates this well. Clara, a busy professional juggling work, family, and personal goals, struggled to find time and focus. She began setting strict boundaries, turning off her phone during work hours, meditating for 10 minutes daily, and scheduling focused blocks for her projects. Within weeks, her productivity soared, and she achieved more progress than months before. Your mental energy is finite and precious. Guard it fiercely by choosing what deserves your attention. Learn to say no, not out of fear or avoidance, but as an act of respect for your goals and time. Focus also requires resilience against internal distractions, thoughts, doubts, worries, and temptations. When your mind drifts, acknowledge it without judgment and gently return to the task. This practice strengthens your mental muscle, making focus easier over time. Visualization enhances focus by creating a vivid mental picture of your success. When you see and feel your desired outcome clearly, your brain directs attention and effort toward achieving it. Spend a few minutes daily immersing yourself in this vision. Setting clear, measurable goals supports focus by providing direction. Break your 90-day goals into weekly and daily milestones. This roadmap prevents overwhelm and keeps your attention anchored on the next right step. It's also important to track your progress. Use journals, apps, or checklists to record completed tasks. Visual evidence of progress motivates continued focus and builds momentum. Remember, focus is not about working longer hours, but working smarter. It's about quality, not quantity. Deep focus on meaningful work produces exponential results compared to scattered effort. Protect your focus by scheduling breaks. The brain needs rest to maintain peak performance. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, work in 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break, optimize focus and prevent burnout. Beware of decision fatigue, the exhaustion that comes from making too many choices. Simplify your routine by pre-deciding what to wear, eat, or work on. This preserves mental energy for your highest priorities. Surround yourself with people who respect your focus and goals. Social environments can either uplift or drain your attention. Seek relationships that encourage your commitment and minimize unnecessary interruptions. Develop rituals that signal your brain to focus, whether it's a morning routine, a specific playlist, or lighting a candle. These cues create conditioned responses that help you enter a productive mindset quickly. Your ability to focus directly influences your confidence. Each deep work session completed builds trust in yourself and your process. This confidence fuels further focus and action, creating a virtuous cycle. When distractions threaten, remember your why. Reconnect with the purpose behind your 90-day commitment. This clarity reignites your focus and strengthens your resolve. Ultimately, focus is a skill, a discipline, and a mindset. It's the secret weapon that allows you to harness your energy, overcome obstacles, and make meaningful strides. Your transformation depends on your willingness to protect and sharpen your focus every day. It's the difference between drifting aimlessly and steering purposefully. Chapter 7. Overcoming resistance. Resistance is inevitable. It's the silent opponent standing between you and your transformation. It comes in many forms: self-doubt, fear, procrastination, external distractions, unexpected setbacks. Resistance is not a sign that you should stop, it is proof that you are growing. Every great journey encounters resistance, but what separates those who succeed from those who quit is how they face and harness it. Resistance is your mind and body's natural defense against change. Your brain craves comfort and familiarity. It perceives new habits, unfamiliar routines, and challenges as threats. That's why, even with the best intentions, you might feel pulled back toward old patterns. Understanding this biological reality is crucial. Resistance isn't personal, it's universal. Instead of fearing resistance, lean into it. Recognize that resistance is the gatekeeper of growth. The moment you feel it creeping in, whether it's the urge to skip a workout, procrastinate on a task, or self-sabotage, acknowledge it. Don't fight it blindly. Instead, name it. Say to yourself, "This is resistance. It's uncomfortable, but it means I'm on the edge of something new." One powerful technique for overcoming resistance is to break through the initial inertia. The hardest part is often starting. Commit to just 5 minutes of the task you're avoiding. Often starting is the spark that ignites momentum. 5 minutes can stretch into 20, 30, or more. Another tool is reframing your mindset about discomfort. Resistance usually manifests as discomfort, mental or physical. When you reframe discomfort as a signal of progress rather than a warning, you shift your relationship with it. Instead of avoiding pain, you accept it as a necessary part of transformation. Story after story shows how resistance marks the path to success. Take Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison understood resistance as feedback, not defeat. Each obstacle was a lesson pushing him closer to his goal. Your 90-day journey will be filled with such lessons. When obstacles arise, pause to ask, "What can I learn here? How can this resistance make me stronger or smarter?" This mindset turns challenges into stepping stones. Accountability also weakens resistance. Sharing your goals and struggles with trusted partners creates external pressure to persist. Knowing someone else is rooting for you or watching your progress makes quitting harder and staying committed easier. Building rituals around your goals reduces decision fatigue, which fuels resistance. When actions become automatic parts of your routine, resistance loses its grip. Design your days so that key habits require less willpower and more momentum. Visualizing your future self overcoming resistance strengthens your resolve. Imagine facing tough moments with calm determination and emerging victorious. Feel the pride, strength, and growth that come with persistence. This mental rehearsal primes your brain to act accordingly. Celebrate small victories over resistance. Each time you push through a moment of doubt or fatigue, acknowledge it. These wins build confidence and reinforce your ability to handle future challenges. But beware of perfectionism masquerading as resistance. Sometimes, the fear of not doing something perfectly stops you from starting or continuing. Remember, progress beats perfection. Taking imperfect action moves you forward. Waiting for perfect conditions stalls you indefinitely. Self-compassion is your ally here. When resistance wins a battle, don't beat yourself up. Treat yourself kindly. Learn from the experience and recommit. Resilience is about bouncing back stronger, not never falling. Energy management plays a crucial role in overcoming resistance. Notice when you have the most energy and schedule your hardest tasks then. Protect your rest, nutrition, and mental health to maintain high energy levels. When energy wanes, resistance grows stronger. Also, watch for external sources of resistance, negative influences, toxic environments, or unsupportive people. Protect your commitment by setting boundaries and minimizing exposure to these draining forces. Sometimes resistance signals a need to adjust your approach. If a habit or goal feels overwhelming, break it into smaller steps or tweak your methods. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up. It means being strategic. Create a resistance toolkit with strategies that work for you. Deep breaths, a quick walk, motivational affirmations, or a brief conversation with a supportive friend. Using these tools helps you regain control and continue moving forward. Chapter 8. The Role of Environment. Your environment is more than just the physical space around you. It's a powerful force shaping your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your results. If you want to change your life in 90 days, understanding and intentionally designing your environment is essential. Your surroundings can either lift you up and propel you forward, or they can drain your energy and hold you back without you even realizing it. Think about how your environment impacts you right now. Are you surrounded by clutter, distractions, and negativity? Or is your space organized, inspiring, and supportive of your goals? The truth is, your environment influences your behavior and decisions far more than you might think. You're wired to conform to what's around you, whether that's the people you spend time with, the messages you consume, or the physical layout of your home and workspace. Your 90-day commitment demands an environment that serves your highest aspirations, not one that sabotages them. This means taking an honest look at every aspect of your environment and making deliberate changes. Start with your physical space. A cluttered, chaotic environment creates mental clutter and stress. It makes focus and motivation harder to sustain. Clear the clutter. Organize your space so it invites productivity and calm. Create dedicated zones for work, rest, and recreation. When your environment aligns with your goals, it acts as a silent partner, nudging you toward the actions you want to take. Lighting, colors, and sounds all play subtle roles in how you feel and perform. Natural light boosts mood and alertness. Calm colors like blues and greens can reduce stress. Quiet or purposeful sounds like instrumental music or nature sounds can enhance focus. Experiment to find what energizes you. Next, consider the people around you. Your social environment profoundly impacts your mindset and motivation. Are your friends and family supportive of your goals? Or do they doubt you, distract you, or pull you back into old habits? This is a tough but crucial question. You might need to create boundaries or distance from negative influences, not out of bitterness, but as an act of self-respect. Seek out communities, mentors, or accountability partners who uplift and challenge you. Surround yourself with those who embody the qualities you aspire to. Your environment also includes what you consume: media, information, and daily input. Are you filling your mind with inspiring books, podcasts, and conversations? Or are you overwhelmed by negativity, distractions, and noise? Be intentional about your media diet. Curate content that educates, motivates, and aligns with your transformation. Technology can be both a tool and a trap. Use apps and devices to support your habits, calendars, timers, habit trackers, but guard against endless scrolling and notifications. Set boundaries on screen time. Create tech-free zones or times to reclaim your focus and mental clarity. Emotional environment matters too. Create rituals and spaces where you feel safe, inspired, and energized. This might be a morning routine with meditation, journaling, or movement, or an evening ritual of reflection and gratitude. These practices anchor your emotional well-being and strengthen your resilience. Adapt your environment as you grow. What serves you today might need adjustment tomorrow. Flexibility in your surroundings allows you to stay aligned with your evolving goals and mindset. There's a story about Mia, who struggled with procrastination. She realized her cluttered desk and noisy home were fueling distraction. She committed to redesigning her workspace, decluttering, adding plants, and playing soft music. This simple environmental shift transformed her daily productivity and commitment. Your environment is the stage on which your 90-day transformation plays out. Design it intentionally. Make it a place that reminds you of your why, supports your habits, and fuels your focus. When you feel resistance or doubt, your environment can be a source of strength instead of weakness. Use visual cues, quotes, photos, or goal reminders to keep your motivation alive. Chapter 9. Harnessing Accountability. Accountability is the hidden catalyst that transforms good intentions into lasting action. It's the force that holds you to your promises when motivation wanes, distractions abound, and resistance creeps in. While commitment starts within you, accountability extends that commitment beyond yourself, creating external pressure that fuels your progress. Imagine you're alone on a journey without any checkpoints, guides, or companions. How easy would it be to keep walking when the path gets tough? Accountability builds those essential checkpoints and companion people and systems that remind you why you started and push you to keep going. The first step to harnessing accountability is to share your goals openly. When you declare your intentions, whether to a friend, mentor, coach, or community, you invite support and scrutiny. This openness creates a social contract. You become answerable to others, increasing your likelihood of follow-through. This isn't about shame or fear of failure. It's about creating a network of encouragement and challenge. People who believe in you, celebrate your wins, and hold you when you falter. Their presence turns your 90-day commitment from a solitary struggle into a shared mission. One powerful form of accountability is finding a partner or group pursuing similar goals. Shared goals foster camaraderie and motivation. You can exchange progress updates, discuss challenges, brainstorm solutions, and celebrate milestones together. This mutual support energizes your commitment and enriches your journey. Technology offers incredible tools for accountability. Apps that track habits, schedule reminders, or connect you with communities can keep your commitment visible and active. Use these tools to log your progress and receive nudges that keep you on track. However, accountability isn't just external, it's also internal. Self-accountability means holding yourself to high standards, honestly evaluating your actions, and making course corrections without excuses. It's the daily choice to align your behavior with your goals, even when no one is watching. Developing self-accountability requires discipline and self-awareness. Regular reflection through journaling, meditation, or review helps you track progress and identify patterns. When you notice slipping or resistance, you can adjust your approach proactively. An inspiring example comes from Jason, who wanted to improve his health. He joined a local fitness group and started sharing weekly updates with a coach. The external accountability made him show up even when he felt tired or discouraged. Simultaneously, he kept a journal, reflecting on his mindset and actions. This combination of external and internal accountability propelled his transformation over 90 days. Accountability also means setting clear, measurable goals with deadlines. Vague objectives invite procrastination and ambiguity. Specific, time-bound goals create urgency and clarity, making it easier for you and your accountability partners to track progress. Celebrate milestones publicly, too. Recognizing achievements boosts motivation and reinforces your identity as someone who follows through. It inspires others and builds momentum. But accountability isn't about perfection or punishment. It's about growth and learning. When setbacks occur, and they will, accountability partners help you analyze what happened and recommit with renewed focus. Boundaries are crucial in accountability relationships. Choose people who support your vision and challenge you constructively. Avoid those who judge harshly or drain your energy. The right accountability fosters trust, encouragement, and honest feedback. Accountability also helps combat isolation, the silent killer of commitment. When you feel alone in your journey, motivation fades. Connection with others reminds you that you're part of something bigger. Your struggles become shared and your successes multiply. Create rituals around accountability. Schedule regular check-ins, progress reports, or group meetings. These rituals embed accountability into your routine, making it a natural part of your 90-day commitment. Chapter 11. Sustaining momentum. Momentum is the invisible force that transforms effort into progress, turning small actions into significant change. Without momentum, even the strongest intentions can falter. But momentum isn't something you stumble upon by chance. It's something you cultivate deliberately and fiercely guard. As you approach the later stages of your 90-day commitment, mastering how to sustain momentum becomes your greatest challenge. And your greatest opportunity. Sustaining momentum means keeping the fire burning when the initial excitement dims, when the routine feels repetitive, and when external pressures mount. It's about creating systems, mindsets, and environments that fuel continuous growth rather than burnout or complacency. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and slow, but as it gathers snow and speed, it becomes unstoppable. Your 90-day journey is that snowball. Early, consistent actions build your momentum, and with each step forward, it grows. But you must keep pushing, adjusting, and protecting it to avoid it slowing down or melting away. One of the keys to sustaining momentum is reflection. Regularly pause to evaluate what's working and what's not. Reflection isn't about judgment or guilt, it's about honest assessment and learning. Journaling, meditation, or discussions with accountability partners can reveal insights that keep you aligned and motivated. During reflection, celebrate your wins, big and small. Recognition fuels motivation. Every milestone reached is proof that your efforts are paying off. It builds confidence and reminds you of your progress, which is essential when fatigue or doubt creeps in. At the same time, be mindful of plateaus. Growth isn't always linear. You might hit phases where progress feels stalled. This is natural and temporary. Use these moments to reassess strategies, inject new energy, or adjust goals. Plateaus can be a sign that you're ready to deepen your practice or push past comfort zones. To keep momentum alive, cultivate curiosity and learning. Seek new knowledge, skills, or perspectives related to your goals. This fresh input rejuvenates your enthusiasm and expands your capabilities. Growth thrives on novelty and challenge. Energy management remains critical. Prioritize rest, nutrition, and recovery to sustain high performance. Overworking leads to burnout, which kills momentum. Balance effort with self-care. Another powerful strategy is visualization. Regularly imagine yourself continuing your journey with energy and passion beyond the 90 days. Feel the satisfaction of sustained progress and the excitement of ongoing growth. This mental rehearsal keeps your mind wired for persistence. Accountability continues to play a role. Maintain relationships with supportive partners or groups who encourage your long-term commitment. Sharing your ongoing journey reduces isolation and provides motivation. Create evolving goals. As you near the end of your 90 days, set new challenges that excite and stretch you. Static goals can lead to stagnation. Dynamic goals keep your journey vibrant. Adaptability is essential. Life changes, priorities shift, and obstacles arise. Flexibility in your plans and mindset allows you to navigate these changes without losing momentum. Mindset mastery deepens over time. Embrace a growth mindset that views challenges as opportunities and failures as feedback. This perspective sustains resilience and enthusiasm. Rituals and routines anchor momentum. Continue daily practices that support your goals, adjusting as needed. Consistency in rituals provides stability and focus. Inspiration fuels momentum. Surround yourself with stories, quotes, or mentors that ignite your passion. When motivation wanes, reconnecting with inspiration rekindles your fire. Chapter 12, Your New Beginning. This moment right here is your new beginning. The next 90 days are not just a period on a calendar, they are a doorway, a threshold into a life you have the power to create with every choice you make. What you've learned, what you've committed to, and the actions you've taken are the seeds of transformation. But this is just the start. Your future is waiting, full of possibility, strength, and purpose. You are no longer the person who hesitates or doubts. You are the person who shows up, who fights through resistance, who builds habits that serve your dreams. You've harnessed discipline, sharpened your focus, mastered your mindset, and designed an environment that supports your growth. You've embraced accountability and learned how to keep your momentum alive. Now, it's time to claim what you deserve. A life filled with clarity, passion, and unstoppable progress. Remember, transformation is not a destination, but a journey. Every day beyond these 90 days is an opportunity to deepen your commitment, expand your potential, and live with intention. The power lies within you, always has, always will. As you move forward, keep these truths close. Your why fuels your fire. Your habits shape your destiny. Your mindset determines your path. Your environment is your foundation. Your accountability strengthens your resolve, and your momentum is the force that propels you toward greatness. You don't have to walk this path alone. Every step you take inspires others. Every challenge you overcome lights the way for those who follow. Your transformation has a ripple effect, changing not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. If this journey has resonated with you, if you're ready to commit to your own transformation, then I invite you to join a community dedicated to growth and empowerment. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful insights, strategies, and motivation designed to fuel your progress every step of the way. Together we will face challenges, celebrate victories, and push beyond limits. This is your tribe, your support system, your daily dose of inspiration. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because your journey to greatness is just getting started. Every video, every lesson, every moment here is crafted to help you become the best version of yourself. Your 90 days start now, but your life of transformation lasts forever. Step boldly into your future. The time is yours. Thank you for being here. Thank you for committing. Now go out there and change your life.